What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Man, it has been a long time since I've done a voiceover. Don't worry, this is not me going back to like voiceover mode. I'm definitely going to be doing more talk throughs and everything after this. I just had like one of those random days where I really wanted to just sit down and do my makeup, so I just thought I'd film it and, you know, turn it into a voiceover since I was at home. Don't worry, we're not going to be like going back to like all voiceovers and everything. I'm definitely going to be still doing talk throughs. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this like Halloween inspired makeup look. I actually did this eye look for another like Halloween tutorial, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to like put it up yet or if I want to put it up at all. Like, I loved the way that the eye look came out, but I just wasn't like feeling the way the rest of the makeup came out. So I figured, you know, I just recreate the eye look because I really loved it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. So let's go ahead and jump into this look because I'm already like into the eyes and I haven't talked anything about these products. So I did go ahead and prime my eyes using the Be Perfect eyeshadow priming base. You guys know that's my favorite. And for the eyeshadows, I'm gonna be mostly using the Beth Painter times Sample Beauty Painter's palette. I used the darkest gray eyeshadow from that palette as well as the black eyeshadow. And then for that lightest like gray that I used for my transition color, I just used the shade Soft Gray from Melchior Cosmetics. So once I have all of my crease colors on, I'm going to start cutting the crease. I'm using the same Be Perfect eyeshadow primer that I used to prime the eyes. We're going to be doing a winged cut crease today, so I'm just going to follow the same shape that I applied my eyeshadows in. Once I have my primer on, I'm going to add some Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This is the metallic one in shade Odyssey. I'm so grateful for Danessa Myricks. She sent over this huge PR package with so many amazing products. But yeah, so I'm going to be using her Color Fix for that gray on the lid there. And once I have that on, I'll add my liner. I'm using the Melt Cosmetics Ultra Matte Gel Liner. Well, not the gel liner, the liquid one. And this one is in shade Alchemy. It's just like your basic black eyeliner. I'm going to be doing a winged liner to kind of match the winged, you know, cut crease and everything. And right after that, I'll go in with my glitter. I'm using Glow Up Academy glitter from Kiki Adams in the shade Raine. It's like a really pretty like gunmetal type of color. I don't believe this shade is available on her website, but I do know that there's another one. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I do know that there's another one that's kind of like the same color. She sent this one to me a long time ago. I definitely wanted to use this glitter just going into this look because it's like the exact like gray shade as like that Danessa Myricks Color Fix. So I went ahead and applied that using a flat brush and kind of secured it onto the lid using the NYX glitter glue. And then from there, I went ahead and added my mascara. I used the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I haven't used it in a while though, but Lancome sent me a fresh one, so I just decided to go ahead and use that today. And then for lashes, I'm also using lashes from Glow Up Academy. These are in the style Lena, and I'm just going to pop those onto the eyes using a pair of tweezers. So I'm going to pause with the eyes at this point and move on to skin. I'm using a brandy new primer from Beauty Bakerie. This is the Butter Hydra Silk Primer, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the name. This primer it's everything. Like, it literally does exactly what it's called. It makes your skin feel like butter, look like butter, like it's everything. So I'm going to apply that onto all the areas where I have larger pores. For my T-zone, I did use a different primer. I use the Farsali liquid powder because it's a little bit better at controlling, like, you know, those oilier spots. I do get oily on my T-zone, so I definitely wanted to use that to kind of keep that under control. And then for foundation, I am using the Beauty Bakerie Insta Bake foundation. I had to use like the Beauty Bakerie foundation because we were using a Beauty Bakerie primer. I have like absolutely no complaints with the way that the skin came out today. Like, that primer literally did everything that I was expecting it to do. And I also use these super cute blenders that they sent over as well. It literally comes in like a little egg carton. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so adorable. I love Beauty Bakerie so much. But yeah, yeah, I went ahead and used one of those blending eggs to blend out my foundation after I applied it using my foundation brush. Next up, we've got concealer. I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm using shade 12.7, I think it is, first, and I'm also going to use shade 11. So I like to use my darkest concealer first to kind of begin the highlighting process, and then I'll use a lighter shade in more like concentrated areas underneath the eye to really get like that extra like brightness in like that specific area, mostly just to snatch the sides of the nose. But I'm just going to use that same blending sponge from Beauty Bakerie that I used to blend out the foundation to blend all of this into the skin. I'm then going to get into my cream contouring. I'm using the Huda Beauty Tantour Bronzing and Contouring Cream, and I'm using a mixture of shades medium and tan. I'm going to use a kind of like a fluffier angled brush to apply this. I just prefer to do my contouring, like my cream contouring this way, because I feel like it's like less work trying to like blend it in and everything like that. I feel like just like dipping the brush into the product and then applying it straight onto the skin from there just makes the blending process a whole lot easier. Then from there, I'm going to add my liquid blush. I'm using a mixture of 2 different shades from Rare Beauty. I've been loving these little liquid blushes. They're absolutely perfect, and I love the fact that it comes in like a dewy and a matte finish. I really love the terracotta shade of Love, but I kind of wanted a little bit more of like a pinky tone to it, so that's the reason why I'm adding that pink shade. Then from there, I'm going to start setting everything with powder. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in shade Blondie to set all of the under eyes, basically all the points that I highlighted with concealer. And then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder in number 3. And I'm going to use a much larger, like fluffier brush to apply this because I don't want like a whole lot of like coverage and everything like that with this, you know, with this powder. I just want to set everything so that way when I go in with my powder contour, which I'm going to do next, or bronzer, everything applies, you know, really smoothly and blends out really seamlessly. So now I'm applying my powder bronzer. This is the Beauty Bakerie Brownie Bar. I'm using the darkest shade for the outer perimeter of my face, the cheekbones, the forehead, and then I'm going to do a slight nose contour, and with that I'm going to use the Neapolitan Bar. It has like a slightly lighter bronzing powder, so I definitely wanted to use that on the nose instead because you guys know I'm not like a huge like, you know, nose contour person. I try to keep it like really subtle and everything. But once I have that bronzer on, I'll go in and bake using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder again. Same shade, this is Blondie, and we're just going to snatch the sides of the nose and just add a little bit onto the bridge of the nose to continue that, you know, extra bit of highlighting. I'm using a mixture of 2 different blushes, but I only showed one. The one that I'm mainly using though is the Milani blush, and I don't remember the name of this one because it's a brand new shade that they just launched, but it has like this really pretty like orangey type of color. It definitely has a sheen, and that's the reason why I mixed it with a second one. So I mixed it with the orange like blush that's in the Brownie Bar from Beauty Bakerie. I'm gonna go back in with the Danessa Myricks Color Fix, but this one is in shade Jelly Bean. It's definitely a bright orange. It's funny because I posted this picture on Instagram of this look, and someone was like, oh my gosh, like what's that red that you have in your lower lash line? And I was like, no, it's orange. It's orange. So I think in some lighting it looks kind of red, but it's definitely like a neon orange, like a very bright neon orange. And then to kind of set it, I'm going to use the Mellow Lops Radioactive Pigment. This is also a neon orange, and it's in the shade Beam. Right after that, I'm going to go in with some mascara for the lower lashes. I'm using the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara again. And then you guys know I love to add my little, you know, individual lashes to my lower lash line. So once I'm done applying my mascara, I'm just going to use my tweezers to place 2 of those little short lashes onto the outer corner, to the outer lower lash line. Now it's time to highlight. I'm only going to highlight the nose today though. I'm using this highlighting palette from Black Radiance. This is a brand new one that they sent to me recently, and I'm going to use the deepest out of the 3 of these shades to highlight the nose. So I'm adding this to the bridge of the nose, like right in between the eyes, the tip, and the sides of the nose as well. And then for brows, I'm going to go ahead and use a brow pomade today. I haven't used this in a long time to like do my brows, but I kind of wanted to switch it up, you know, from doing a brow pencil. So this one's from Morphe. This one's in the shade Java. I'm going to use a angled brush to still kind of do like my fluffy brow. You guys know I love a fluffy brow. So I'm going to use this with an angled brush to create like those faux brow hairs like I normally would with a pencil. And then from there, I'll go in with my brow gel. I'm using also one from Morphe. This one's actually from their Morphe 2 line, and it's in the shade Auburn. Going back in with that brow pomade, I'm going to use a little bit of that to create like my little faux beauty marks that I've got here. Well, not all of them are fake, you know, I've got like a few real ones. They're just like covered up, you know, from makeup and everything like that. So I like to go in with like my brow pomade or like a brown liner to redefine them. Then next I'm going to go in with lips. For some reason I showed you guys like the NYX one as well as the Melt Cosmetics lip liner just now. I'm still using the Melt Cosmetics one, but I'm actually, instead of using NYX, I'm actually using the MAC lip liner in cork. So I used a mixture of those two pencils to line my lips, not the NYX one that I showed like in that little clip just now. Had to clear that up because I was like, why did I show that? And now that my lips are lined, I'm going to fill them in with some liquid lipstick. I'm using the Pink Lips Cosmetics liquid lipstick in So Popular. And of course, you guys know I gotta add a gloss. We always gotta add a gloss. You know, these days it's kind of rough because, you know, wearing masks and gloss just do not go together. But I wasn't gonna go anywhere after this look. You know, I was just kind of doing this for funsies. So the one that I'm using is also from Pink Lips Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Nudist. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I definitely am going to be sticking to talk throughs. I love voiceovers, but I feel like this whole entire time I was like rushing through each product trying to explain to you guys like how I used each one. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this look, guys. I love you. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.